Hello Internet, my name is Jason Marshall, your scale model artist. Today we're going to do some more work on the Mobius Models Battlestar Galactica. Specifically, we're going to start on the fiber optic work under the gator head where the bulk of the windows on the Galactica are. So be sure to stay tuned. Now another thing I've gone ahead and done for testing purposes is installed fiber optics for the windows or ports the Galactica has. Now I did the more difficult ones first, the ones that line the lower part of the lower hull, and these are 0.25mm fiber optic strands. The next thing to do is do all the window ports under the gator head, on drilling the holes for the fiber optics and start the process of installing those and lighting them. I already drilled one hole. There's no particular pattern, but I think I'm going to drill in and around where all these little bumps are. It seems to be a pretty good randomization pattern. We'll do that all the way around. Now this is going to take a bit of finesse because I'm using 0.030mm drill bit, just slightly bigger than the fiber optics I'm using. And there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and do all of these, which will add up to a lot. So, see you in a bit. I'm using a macro lens right now because I wanted to show you what happens. Even with a slow spin rate, the plastic does tend to heat up and melt. So what you need to do is constantly be aware of that, because you need to stop frequently and remove the melted plastic from the drill bit, because otherwise it just keeps refilling the holes and the hole gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So that is something you definitely want to be conscious of, unless you're using a pin vise and doing it by hand. I've gone ahead and drilled all the holes on the side, but as you can see, they're not perfect. So we need to give it a second pass, and for that we're going to use what I mentioned before, and that is a pin vise, which is just a little hand drill if you've never used one before. I need to go through and remount all these holes and make sure that they're clean so I can get the fiber optic strands through. Right, now that we've drilled all the holes, it's time to start getting our fiber optic strands together. Now, once again, this is 0.25mm I purchased from the fiber optic store. Now I'm going to do the strands at 4 inches, trim them with my flesh cutters, and there we go. One strand. Now I'm going to put on the macro lens and show you how to bloom. There we have the fiber optic. I'm going to light up my torch. Let the heat from the edge of the flame do the work, and as you can see, that gives it a nice little bulbous end which transmits a lot of light, and then we just thread it through one of the holes we made, pull it tight, give it a little tug to make sure the end is bloomed enough to, and there we go. And now we're going to do this several dozen more times. Well, I think that's another one in the can for today. I do apologize. I'd hoped to put all the fiber optic work into one video, but it just kind of got to be too much. I don't want to be overwhelming, so we're going to continue with the second part of fiber optics in the next video. So I hope, you'll be sure to check that out. Here, I'd very much love to have you subscribe. We're going to keep making. I'm going to keep making. I keep making that mistake. I'm going to keep making. Hopefully what you find is quality content moving forward. Find a few tips and tricks that can help you in your own model building. Of course, I'm always available on social media, YouTube being the primary channel. You can direct message me or leave comments, which I hope you will. I'd very much like to engage with the people who are watching my videos. Facebook, Twitter, Google+, all those links are in the video description down below, as well as links to some of my other content if you haven't seen that before. So, as always, thank you for taking time out of your day and checking out the videos I've put together, and I do appreciate it. So be sure to keep on building.